This is pump
One,
house
two.
number.
Two.
There is written number one, but here is
Two.
with two. I think this pump, this house, because the pump is broken, so the pump is not attached to there. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fix it. I don't think so. I don't believe that we're gonna buy a new one before Tigon comes. So this house will be off.
This one is
The
gonna be
only
off until
yeah
you're back.
yeah the only reason to turn this on if because that one, that well, is the one that runs out sooner than the rest. So when we are in maybe if we are in a moment of the season that the water is too low and that one is running low very easily, probably it's better to take that pump and put it here and use this one. Yeah, but anyway, this one will run out too. I just noticed last year that kind of this one had a bit more water.
Okay.
But actually, when we reached the, I don't know if you remember, when we reached the time that we were really low on water, we were using both, and it was 1 hour, half an hour of that one empty, half an hour this one empty, and it went like that. So actually, when we're really low in water, it doesn't matter. They both go down. Just remember the tides. The tides affect the wells too. So if you know that the next morning the tide will be really low, maybe fill up the kitchen buckets the night before. Some suggestions, you know.
It's gonna push the water in.
Of course, and make it lower and higher, and
Yeah.
yeah. This part for our water is very important. Every time you come here and you have to see only one key open. It's very important. If all keys are closed, there is no water at the farm. It's impossible to have water at the farm if everything is closed here. So
the opposite as well happen.
and it must never, if you see more than one keys open, please close them all and check in with whom is taking care of the water to understand in which one needs to be open. So I've written here, so well 2, which I will adjust the numbers there. Well 2 is this one. Well 1, there's an arrow, is the one down there, and this one is the water tower, which we will go there now to the generator, and I will show you also for the water tower what's happening and how it gets filled up.
So right now the
So-
tower is open.
Close.
Oh, it's closed.
Now it's open only, you see, it's open
Oh,
only when it's
okay, yeah.
parallel to the
Yeah,
pipe.
yeah, yeah.
When it's when it's like this, it's closed. When it's parallel, it's open. The tower now I keep it closed because it was empty, and it's if we don't have sun, it doesn't get filled up quick enough. Also, there's another thing with the tower because we removed one of the tanks, and we are both Tigon's house and here using the tower. So Tigon has his own well extra apart from the tower, and we have our own wells extra apart from the tower, but the tower is a common source. And how things are now, when when the tower runs out and Tigon closes it there to open his well to give water to his house, we don't receive any more the water from the tower. I mean, it's empty anyway, so it doesn't matter. But just remember that even if you turn off the tower here and okay, I will wait 3 days and it's gonna be filled up, and you open and there is no water, doesn't mean that it's still empty. It means that it's closed at Tigon's property still. And we can go there too, and I can show you how to do that because it affects the farm too, especially if Tigon is not here.
So right now, like the best it is to keep the tower key like closed.
I keep
Here.
it closed because it was empty. I will check it when it's gonna be filled up, and to
Okay.
check it you have to climb up and go to the tower and open the tank and see if it's filled up. Yes.
Yes. Is the tower is filled up by the solar panel?
Yes. Directly.
Okay.
Exactly. When the tower is filled up, it's a good thing to have in mind that the tower is water that is available even without power. But of course, it doesn't get filled up during the night, or it gets up during the night for some time because we put two batteries there, but it doesn't actually get filled up during the night. It gets filled up during the day. So, knowing that, You can, let's say, a day that you see that it's cloudy and it's not charging, it's not gonna fill up the tower. You can keep the tower off during the day and use the power, since we have much more solar panels there, and we can use that power to power the pump. And as soon as it gets dark, switch off the pump and go to the tower, because the batteries won't be charging, the tower is full of water, and we're not gonna use the power of our batteries for the pump to give us water, and we're gonna take it from the tower. So it's a thing to be aware of. If you see like a cloudy day and you know that our tower is full and we are using the tower, switch it off, go to the pump, and then switch it back again at night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just to keep the tower.
But if we have sunny days, it doesn't matter. It can be on the tower. If we have water on the tower, it can be on the tower. It can be on the pump. Another thing to know, the pumps have much more pressure than the tower. The tower now it's low pressure. You can see. Yeah, the pump water I prefer it for also for shower because it has more pressure for me. I just try to use the tower for saving energy, for drinking water, for at nighttime, and and if I know that it's a Sunday, we're not gonna clean stuff with water. We're not gonna fill up buckets 3 times a day. We're not gonna make laundry. I keep it on the tower. If I know that we need to do all these things, it's better to have the pump.
Okay. So right now the tower it's being filled up or not?
Yes.
Okay.
It's being filled up. Every time there's sun, the tower is getting filled up.
Okay.
And there's also a switch there right now that when it's filled up, it will stop.
Automatically?
Yes.
Okay.
Before it was keeping, and you would see the water coming out, overflowing. Now it won't overflow anymore. It will stop.
Does the pump at well 1 just draw faster? Is it and the pump at the tower draw slower?
Yes, because the pump at the tower is a 12-volt solar pump that goes with solar power, and it just gives enough. If you go up and see at the tower how the pressure comes in, it's like
Right.
to fill it up. So the pressure that we get here is gravity, because the tower has a certain height. So that force of the gravity gives the pressure to the water that we have at the farm. Also, we are repairing the tower, so we moved the tank in a lower floor on the tower, so we have less pressure than we used to have. The important thing is that they need to be only one open. Only one open. It's the most important thing to remember. Never open more than one. The reason for that is that everything is connected. When you open everything, it means that everything, all pumps pump and go everywhere. Will pump in without stopping until there's no more water or power. If the system was sealed, the pipes would have not explode, but it will stop at a certain point, because we have pressure switches at the pump. So when the pressure goes over a certain point, it will stop. But since we don't have a sealed system, because the tower it's not sealed, what will happen if we open everything and we have pumps everywhere? The pumps will continue pumping, and the water will be coming out of the tower until the water is out from the wells, or until the power goes off and the pumps stop, or until the pumps break, because also a pump cannot be pumping for hours. It will burn. Another sign that there's something wrong is if we are on the well and the pressure is low, it means there's a leak somewhere. Somebody's using the water, or there's a open tap. So this is the well under the generator. We have the well that fills up the tower that is there. On to fill up to connect the solar panels to the pump, so the pump is running. So this actually never needs to be touched or changed anything. Like this it's fine how it is. It's charging.
What
And
would
it's-
be the
and-
only reason to turn that thing off?
Is to work here, disconnect the batteries, disconnect something. You don't
Okay.
never need to turn that off.
Okay, perfect.
tower, the tank on the very top is empty, and we need to clean it and repair the floor. The tank on the fourth floor, so right under the one, is the one that we are using, the active one. And this is the first switch. So from there, the water comes out, it comes down here, and now it stops here. And you can see after this switch, we have this one that goes there and goes to Tigon's house. And then this one that goes down goes to the farm. So this one, if it's closed, I mean, here is closed anyway, but if I open this right now and this is closed, and we won't have water at the farm, it will go only to Tigon's house. But we cannot do the opposite. We cannot direct this only to the farm and close it for Tigon's house right now. It's either Tigon's house and farm or just Tigon's house. We cannot isolate the farm right now. I need to put another switch like here to turn off just Tigon's house, and probably I should do that before I go, because it will be necessary. So I won't turn it on right now, because first I need to turn the well at Tigon's house, because if I turn this on and keep the well on there, it was gonna be the same thing as turning on all the keys there, but for the Tigon's. But before, I want to go up and check. So give me a second, I'll go up and check if it's full, because if it's not full, it means that there's a problem, and I'm gonna solve it today. If we want to use the tower at the farm, we have to turn this key off here at Tigon's. Remember.
So this is well 4?
No, this is Tigon's. It's not one of ours.
Why do we call it well 4?
Come here and turn the big key at the tower on. But to turn that, if that key is closed, you have to first come here to close this one, and then open that. The big key there and this one should never be open together.
Okay.
This and the big key at the tower, they don't work together. One of them needs to be closed, and one
Because
of
we
them
will
needs
be
to be
taking like Tigon's water too as well.
what will happen if both are open? This pump will pump to the tower infinitely, and the water will be coming out. The pump will pump to the water if I open that key right now. This is open. If I open the big one there, this pump will pump the tower water.
So the first thing you do is walk over here, check if this one is closed, then you go to the tower, you open the main thing, you make sure that the farm thing is open.
Exactly.
And then the one at well number whatever.
Exactly.